and welcome back to Weekly Affirmations. Sorry for that glitch. We were just testing out if Dark Tunnel to 1 was still a thing. Turns out we're okay. No one's gonna die. No bats are gonna eat us. So we were introducing Alex. We're not sure how much we got through, so I would love to hear it again, Alex. What you got going on?
Yeah, so for those of you who weren't here before, who didn't hear because of craziness, my name is Alex. I'm an organizer for Story Games Seattle. We play GM-less, narrative-based, rules-like role-playing games at Phoenix Comics and Games in Capitol Hill, Thursdays at 6:30 and a couple other times. You can go to storygamesseattle.com and look us up. Three things that I like are dragons, John Carpenter's The Thing,
Excellent taste,
and Imperator Furiosa.
Yeah.
Hey guys, I'm Liz. You can watch me on Mondays at 6 p.m. Pacific. I play Livia on our Valiant show Vanquished. Three things that I like this week. Number one, my personal BFF Jordan, who's having a really rough week this week, and I love her. Number two, less important but adorable, my Lulu plushie from League of Legends that I just got yesterday. It is everything to me, except for, Jordan and my husband or whatever. And number three, I'm really feeling the Starbucks S'mores Frappuccino.
Oh,
little
man.
one, just get a little one because it's a lot.
Is that like a sugar bomb?
Oh, it's a sugar bomb. Just get a little one.
Can you
Delicious
get a kid
though.
size of that?
Maybe they need to bring that back.
Is it like the size of a liquefied child?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Hey everyone, so I'm Kublai Khan. Nice to see you. I'm Jared, outside of the YouTube world. I'm at www.youtube.com, Kublai Khan, and some of my favorite things right now is I'm rocking Far Harbor and Fallout 4. Awesome game, highly recommend that. Having a good time with these lovely people, so that's my second favorite thing right now.
We're
And
lovely.
The Witcher, good shirt today.
I'm Domestic Dan. I'm a cooking streamer on Twitch. And to go along with that, things that I like this week, food. I made Cheez-Its today.
Oh my god, they're so good.
Yeah, they're out there if you want
They're
some.
out there.
Homemade Cheez-Its, that's number one. Number two is butts. I like butts. Specifically corgi butts.
Oh,
I have a corgi.
Okay, Viking Lass?
Butts in general.
No, she's great too.
Okay.
No, she's fantastic too.
Alright.
Hashtag butts.
Butts are good.
And then I think number three, video games, Dead by Daylight. It's way too fun to hook people. It's way too fun to hook people.
Oh, Joe,
It's
you're
so
so
good.
cruel.
Yeah.
And
Cheez-Its.
I am Emily. I'm your community manager here at Hyper RPG. The things that are making me happy that I like this week today. One, my mom brought me yellow roses today. That was pretty nice.
Sweet.
Also, my best friend just went on an adventure and she just landed in Dublin. She is on her way to field school in Italy. So that is pretty cool, and that is making me happy because I like seeing her chase her dreams.
Power
Dancing.
Hashtag Weekly Affirmations Hype. Welcome back, Strix, and may we get a birthday affirmation for Emily?
Aw,
Oh,
thanks!
yes, we may, Vitriol.
I'd love an affirmation for Ryan and Emily. Hashtag birthdays. Hashtag Mitsuhama.
Thank you.
Excellent. So we have two birthday affirmations for you.
Wait,
Can we get
hold
Ryan
this.
here
Holding.
as well? Whoa.
I would like to purchase an affirmation for Ryan, please.
Accepted.
Thank you. Oh. Right.
All right. We can totally do this. So we'll do you, then we'll do you together, then we'll do oh yes. There's gonna be animal names.
It's the birthday affirmation time!
Okay, so the first one is for Emily from Fifth Reel. You ready?
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay, so you are a quaint, exploding octopus.
I love that. Thank you, Fifth Reel.
Oh, there we go. Natural sounds. You are a quaint, exploding octopus.
Thank you.
I hope you feel affirmed.
I do feel affirmed.
Okay. This one is for Emily and Ryan. So I hope you are prepared.
Birthday.
Are you ready? This is your birthday affirmation.
Okay.
Okay. You are important. Arresting sea lions.
That's awesome. Yes.
Affirmed. Now I feel like we should probably test that out.
Like throw us into the sea?
Well, what sound do sea lions make exactly?
I don't know.
No, that's
not.
sea
Wait,
lions.
is that it? They love art.
That's pretty cool. Art.
I'm dying.
Do they arrest sea lions, or are they the sea lions who are arrested?
No, arresting as in, wow, your
Like you
presence
stop.
is so
Like you
Okay,
stop.
Okay, context. Thank
Yes.
you. Thank
Yes.
That kind of arresting. And then
Great.
there's one more for you, Ryan. Are you ready?
That one's from me.
Courtesy of Emily.
By the way, I've also been really sick, so my voice is kind of shot and I sound like a trucker, so animal noises might be a little difficult today. Oh yes, so Ryan, you are a radical, basting, Jabberwocky.
Oh.
Nice.
That feels good.
Okay, I can't make the Jabberwocky sound today, so does someone else want to give it a shot?
I have no idea what a Jabberwocky.
They also do that.
That's
Okay.
perfect.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
Hey, Strix,
Yes,
have you ever heard the birthday song?
Oh shit.
the birthday
Oh
song?
God.
Do it, Joe. What is the birthday song?
RPG birthday exclusive.
I've not heard the
Oh shit.
Go
Oh
ahead.
yeah, Ryan, this one's for you, Emily. Two as well. Two of my bays, yeah, two of my bays. I got two in my hand.
Happy birthday, Emily. Happy
This is our morning.
birthday. Happy birthday, Emily. Happy birthday.
Oh, I got it.
Happy birthday, Ryan. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, Ryan. Oh, yeah. Feliz cumpleaños, Emily. Ryan. My dog says whoop whoop to you, Emily. My dog says whoop whoop to you, Ryan. My dog says Ryan, Emily, Ryan, birthday, Emily, Ryan, happy birthday, Ryan, Emily, feliz cumpleaños, Emily, Ryan.
Wow.
Thank you, Joe.
Thank you guys.
Amazing, thank you, Joe.
What a birthday song.
Wow, that's that's news to me. That was really great. Excuse the cough.
I like that someone spliced together the Ryan and Emily
Do you know who
songs.
it was? It was Joe. And if you didn't notice, that beginning where it's Hyper RPG.
Hyper Power Go!
That was
Welcome back, Strix. Hope you had an amazing time on your trip.
Oh, Eridinsk, did I? So, a little bit about my trip. First, I went to India to visit the NGO that I used to work for, Shanti Bhavan's Children's Project. And it is a boarding school for Dalit children, which is the lowest caste, untouchable caste in India. So the poorest of the poor. Children of rock breakers, quarry workers, all kinds of really bad stuff. But they get world-class education, and all of them end up graduating and going to university, and then graduating university too. And all of them, except for like one student, has been placed in multinational corporations like Goldman Sachs and Mercedes-Benz and Deloitte. So they'll probably make more in their lifetime than I ever will. But it's an amazing place, and I go back every year for graduation because it's kind of like a second home for me. So that's why I have the henna. That's where that came from. The second week I was in India, I was in Chennai at my company's Chennai office where all of our engineers are, hanging out with them, doing some back-end work on the software stuff that is my full-time job. And then I came back to the US, was here for a few hours, and then flew out to E3, which was fantastic, and I would love to catch you guys up on that at some point when we have some time. It was amazing. I got to play Zelda. All of my dreams came true. I've been dreaming of E3 since I was like 12, so the whole time I was just like, like the person that I was there with repping Feminism was just like laughing at me the whole time. She was like, and just pointing because I was having a meltdown the entire time. So I'm really glad to be back, and Eridinsk, I want to let you know that you, oh, this is great. are an assertive, abiding manticore. Assertive, abiding manticore. I think that's pretty awesome. I just imagine like the dude as a manticore. So where were we?
No idea.
You were.
I was gonna finish
John
my
introducing
last-
yourself, and then you were gonna say your last thing.
So
That's
I
awesome.
said roses, that my best friend is in Dublin and then going to Italy. And then also Dead by Daylight is pretty high up on my list right now.
Yeah.
It's pretty fun being a survivor against a bunch of like serial killers in a game.
Yes.
That sounds pretty sad, actually.
Oh, Final Fantasy
It's fun.
Master just resubbed.
Thank you.
Resub high.
I've never been the killer, but it's really fun.
Yeah.
Running around, communicating with all the other survivors, trying to escape. It's really fun. I
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
I like horror games. So,
Yeah.
is it a horror game?
It's scary.
If
It's
you're
like-
if you're a survivor, it's more so that, especially if you put yourself in the dark and you're not
Well, then it's
communicating with
existential
other
higher.
people.
people
Yeah.
grab you from behind, it's
Yeah,
really
you
realistic.
can get stuck up. If you're a killer, no, it's just it feeds my isolation.
Hyper rapid power go! Yes, we can.
Actually, can we also get affirmations for Anna and Emily for doing a great job filling in while you were away?
Yes, Aerodinks, we absolutely can. And thank you again so much for holding my show while I was
Yeah, no
gone.
problem. I feel like we kind of took it off the rails with Secret Hitler, but
You know, you do what you do.
you feel good when you kill Hitler, you know?
No comments. None whatsoever.
Not gonna deny that.
I'm gonna stand behind you.
So, you guys have been great while I was gone. Thank you so much.
Thank you for your lives.
Yeah. No, but I really appreciate you, taking care of the show for me. This is my baby. It's important to me. So, me and Aerodinks would like to tell you that you are shy but conquering pegacorns.
Oh, I dig that.
Yeah, that sounds pretty
Accurate.
apt.
Yeah, that's pretty accurate.
Shy, conquering
about that.
pegacorns.
Oh, that's a good one. High five.
So, thank you again, Anna. Emily, thank you so much. You guys are awesome. Super awesome.
Thank you.
Yes.
You're awesome too, Strix.
I try.
Let's get
Sometimes,
an
though.
affirmation for Strix.
No, it's okay. No, really. Mostly I just am very self-conscious right now because of the trucker voice.
Oh.
I do sound very truckery. Okay, so on to talking about #feminism and what we're going to be playing today. So, didn't Hitler win more often than not? Thank you, PB. Thank you, PWJB. I always want to call you PBJ, like peanut butter and jelly. That's my secret nickname for you in my head when I see you on the screen, PWJB, just in case you were wondering. You're peanut butter and jelly to me.
We were shy conquering pegacorns, Kokomatic.
Yes.
I heard peppercorn and I was really confused.
That's what happens when you get a cooking stream on here.
Yes.
Food?
Food? What?
Spices?
Oh, Trinidine just resubbed. Resub hot for Trinidine.
Woo! Also, everybody should be clicking that Vine link.
Yes.
Wait, what is the Vine link?
It's fantastic.
It's Zach painting the green screen room with a pink fluffy unicorn and a looping song. Pink fluffy unicorns dancing on rainbows. It just goes over and over and over.
Poor
again.
Zach.
Yeah.
What does he ever do to deserve that?
A lot of things.
Hyper rapid power, go!
Nice to have you back, Strix. Wow was not the same without you. Good thing this week, an hour after midnight here now and Don have started. #set or #Krupp supporters of the Corvids.
Aw, thank you so much, Corbin. It is good to be black. Black? Back. Brain, sleep, sometime near future. We'll give it a shot. But I would love to affirm you going into the weekend. It sounds like you are in the middle of your night. So maybe you'll wake up to the beautiful sunshine. I wanted to let you know that you are confident, yearning Cerebus. 3 hits. Guard dog of hell, not bad.
I'd take it.
So in case you guys are wondering what's with the mythological animals, My background is that I have a master's degree in mythological studies, and I would try to work in myth and psychology surrounding myth pretty much all the time. So these guys are now experts on Jungian depth psychology because I lecture them so much. Okay, we were attempting to talk about, Strix fact. Strix fact, sickness can't actually affect Strix, but she allows it to run its course so that she can better empathize with the rest of us.
It's true.
Otherwise, I'd be like, you know, the God King of Dune. I'm actually rereading Dune right now.
Oh, yeah.
I'm on the third one, which is the God Emperor of Dune, and I forgot how awesome it was. It really holds up over time, because you know sometimes you read sci-fi as a kid and you're like, this is great, and then you get older and you're like, wow, this is really ham-fisted and stilted and shallow, not Dune.
And racist and
sexist and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
But dude, the women characters in Dune are like badass.
Awesome. We need to reread Dune
Great.
then.
So anyway, I'm all about Dune right now. Okay, so hashtag feminism. So this is actually what I was at E3 for. So hashtag feminism is an anthology of nano-games, meaning very small games. The design constraints on this anthology were that games had to play in an hour or less, and were for 3 to 5 players, more or less. The way that hashtag feminism came to be was basically a woman named Lizzie Stark, who is my very good friend. She's out of Boston. Wanted to get a bunch of us together to write feminist nano-games. So this is really her brainchild. She gets all the credit. I am simply a community member that helped foster the birth of this wonderful collection. And what happened was we were at a private convention called SandCon. It was on the Jersey Shore. So we were playing games at a beach house and talking about game theory. It was like the geekiest thing ever. But there were a bunch of people, not just women, who were very interested in writing games in a space that we haven't really felt like we'd occupied before, or even aggressively at all. So we had a meeting. We sat around this big round table on the beach and we just started talking about what we wanted to do. And that was really the birth of this idea. And 6 months after that day, this book was published. So we moved very, very, very fast. And the way that it worked is there are 34 nano games in here from 36 different authors of many different genders, and they're from 11 different countries. So people from all over contributed to this book. And the really interesting thing about it is that we didn't have any criteria other than we wanted someone to write something that was important to them having something to do with feminism. So we have award-winning game designers in this book, and we have people who wrote a game for the first time in this book, which was super awesome. And this took a community of over 90 people, really, to make happen. There's 34 authors, well, 34 games, 36 authors, but it took all of us, really, to make this. So I'm super proud of this collection. And the reason why I was at E3 of all places is because there's this organization called Indiecade. Indiecade is a group that goes and looks for indie video games most of the time of note. And so there was an Indiecade exhibition at E3. They wanted us to come. We were like, well, okay, we're LARPs. Are you sure you want us at E3? And they were like, yes, absolutely come. So Lizzie and I flew out to E3 and we repped hashtag feminism at E3. So the hilarious part was we were literally right across the aisle from Ubisoft, who had like this $10 million installation that was like a coliseum, and like you could go sit on the second row, and there was these giant screens and like this stage. There's like dancers and like glowy shit, and we're like, this is what we have, and we have like a stand like this size, just like hello, and so we were like, you know, what's gonna happen here? We have no idea what the reaction is gonna be. And the interesting part was that one of two things happened. We had like this banner that was like this high, so not very big. Someone would walk by, they would like see the banner and sort of like halter step, and their eyes would get really big, and then they would keep walking. They'd just be like, I'm out of here, just in case it's infectious, I don't know. The other thing that happened was that people saw our sign and were like, whoa, and then they came right for us. And that was really interesting. So we had a variety of different kinds of people come see us. Some of them were women who were like, man, I just needed to get out of like the stream of testosterone over by the Xbox booth. Like, hi, hello, you're also a woman. So that was very interesting. The other thing that happened was that there were designers from very large companies, which I will not name, who came up to us and were like, hey, we're having a problem finding women to design for VR. We're really worried that the VR experience is not gonna go well. Do you wanna help us? And we're like, well, we just make VLARPs, but yeah, we can do that. And so luckily I am a diversity and inclusion consultant and I do work in video games. So I was like, no, really, we should meet up and we should talk about this. But I was surprised that they would come over to us simply because we had the word feminism in our vicinity. And it was really interesting that a lot of people, one of the first questions they asked us was, have you been attacked yet today? Like, has anyone said anything mean? And no one actually at the convention did. Not a single person came up to us and was like, what are you doing here? Everyone was super positive because, you know, in person, mean people are cowards. So no one came up to us and gave us a hard time, but I thought it was really telling that everyone who came over was concerned. They're like, we love this, but are you okay? And I think it shows that right now the industry is really sensitized to what is going on, which is a whole bunch of toxic negativity against women and people of color and other minorities who are trying to find a place in gaming. So I was super surprised by that, but I think it shows that, like, there's some shit going on. So we wanted to demo our games, but it's E3, so you basically just have to like yell at each other over the crowd. So we actually ended up doing our shortest game, which is 5 minutes long, and it's called Dances with Vulvas. It's a fun game. So the way that Dances with Vulvas work, you guys could play it at home, is that you name movie titles and you replace one word with the word vulva. You do that for 5 minutes, and if you get up to 50, then you are an honorary vulva. So we demoed this game and it was hilarious because we'd be playing and people would walk by and be like, what? And then just like either stop and like want to play too, or be like, I'm out.
This sounds like a Twitter hashtag waiting to happen.
Dances with vulvas.
Who doesn't want to be?
I know, right?
So, Serge Mueller, I'm not familiar with you, but you're asking if women are minorities. Did you hear right? Yes. Women are not a statistical minority, but women are a minority within the power structure of how things work in society. So there may be a lot of us, but we don't have a lot of leverage, and that's what makes women minorities in something especially like video games. So hopefully that answers your question. Hopefully you weren't being sarcastic. Otherwise, stick around, you'll learn more. So, the game that we're gonna play today, you guys are ready for this?
Super sexy.
We are ready.
Don't clip that.
I didn't realize how rhetorical that was.
Oh gosh, the fault in our vulvas. The good, the bad, and the vulvas.
Nice.
The good, the bad, and the vulva.
Star Wars, the new vulvas.
Enemy vulva.
I love all of you.
Yeah, so one of my favorites was Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Vulvas. Harry Potter and the Chamber of Vulvas.
Nice.
So yeah, we actually would just play this game and people wouldn't want to stop. And then they'd move on to like doing it with video games and like Shakespeare. Nice. So it was really fun and it showed that these games are actually entertaining. So what we're going to be playing today, let me get to the right page, is called 6016. And I just was there. Goodness. Brain, you can do it.
Star Wars: The Vulva Awakens. Well done.
Mm-hmm.
Edward Scissorvolt.
No. Well,
Did you say Volvanji? That's good.
WJB.
The Revenge of Buffy the Vulva Slayer. I love it. Okay, so today we are going to attempt to play 6016. So 6016 is a nano game by Aline Nielsen, and it is about high schoolers in the year 6016, where the world is post-gender, role-playing as high schoolers from the 20th century to understand what gender was like, using soap operas.
Wow, that is so meta.
I know. It's super great. So, all of these games are super easy to play, so I'm just gonna read through what we're gonna do, and we're gonna get started, and we're gonna see how it goes. All right, so 6016 is for 3 to 6 players. It takes approximately 45 minutes. Its tearjerker intensity, which rates from 1 to 5, is 1. Okay.
Okay. Smiles.
Those game fields can get intense.
Right?
So.
We know. And then keywords are soap operas, history students, and stereotypes. Okay, so background. In our contemporary Western world, one medium especially sticks out as preserving stereotypical gender perceptions. the soap opera. In the perfectly gender equal, oppression-free world of 6016, dear God, I hope, a group of history students are doing a project about social structures and gender for class. The only historical source from the 21st century in a collection of clips from the soap opera, Love, Lust, and Lack of Trust.
An affirmation for my womb, Freedom Day twin, and super supportive and amazing person, Emily. Hashtag Renda. Hashtag Affirmations.
I'm sorry that I interrupted at this time.
We were used to it. We love interruptions. So this is awesome. You're gonna affirm Emily right there. Okay. So Emily, are you ready for this?
I'm ready.
Because this one's really nice.
Okay.
You are a warm, beaming Kelpie.
Ooh. Thank you.
You're welcome. One more hug because it's our birthday.
It's our birthday.
Yay! Birthdays are great.
You figured out how to
Thanks,
do
guys.
that.
Bye, Ryan. You're a warm, beaming Kelpie.
Thank you.
That's pretty rad.
I've always felt like inside that's who I was.
Next time Ryan runs out here again, I'll play the birthday song again.
No.
No.
It's so long.
Once is enough. Once is enough for the birthday song. Thank
so
you.
long.
I did really love the enthusiasm with which he bounded through the door.
was really great.
It was really beautiful.
Kelpie
I
himself.
did it.
Oh, so SF Lumiere is asking why we're all talking about vulvas.
Just how we do.
So
Actually, get that hashtagging on Twitter and or
Dances
like
with Vulvas.
trending on Twitter and tag us in everything,
Yes.
please.
please do. So a quick explanation. There's an anthology of nano games. We're playing one of the games from the anthology. The shortest game in the anthology is 5 minutes long, and it's naming movie titles with one of the words replaced with vulvas. And if you get to 50 in 5 minutes, you are an honorary vulva. And you should probably get a hat with a vulva on it. That would be great.
I feel like we're honorary vulvas by now.
I think they're like
They're
Twitch chat is
definitely-
definitely honorary vulvas.
They're definitely-
So Mon Capitan to you,
Well done.
Raiders of the Lost Vulva.
The girl with the vulva tattoo, my new favorite.
No vulva for old
I
men.
saw men who watch vulvas.
Oh yes, Eat, Pray,
done it.
Vulva.
Sisterhood of the Traveling Vulva.
Oh, there
Yeah.
you go. See, we could just do this all day.
Is this the game now?
we could just do this and talk about E3.
I love Vulvasoft. Best
Mom,
game
today
ever.
I became an honorary vulva.
What have I done? Vulva spot. Oh, the Royal Tenon Vulvas. Okay, we're gonna focus. Okay, so you are students in 6016, and you're only.
Look what you've done, Strix!
I mean, we win. Feminism wins.
Yeah,
It's true.
Big fat Greek vulva.
Joe said my big fat Greek vulva. That's a good one.
Nothing blade.
Pulp vulva. 2001: A Space Vulva.
Nice.
Rai, the beautifully bearded guy needs a birthday affirmation.
It's normal, man. All right, come here. You get
Gotta go
stand.
get
Can I come
Okay,
in
yeah.
like the circle?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
Whoa.
So, Ryan,
Wow.
you are a handsome, cajoling sphinx.
Wow. Oh my gosh. That was amazing.
Be affirmed.
Whoa. Thank
That
you.
was from Death Strike 44.
That was amazing. With the hug, it's like a totally
Yeah,
different
that's what it
experience.
Malika just said she jumped in here at a really weird time.
No, it's the perfect time, Malika.
Yeah.
It's the perfect time. Thank you, Ryan.
thank you, Deathstrike. You're never gonna get through the show today.
It's normal. We like this. We like not getting through the show. We love affirmations. We will do this all day, and we will do animal sounds. We will do them. Okay, so a modern vulva tragedy. So Malika, we are playing games from #Feminism. We're actually playing one right now. That's what's happening in chat. It's called Dances with Vulvas. That's the name of the game. And you replace one word in a movie title with the word vulva. And if you get to 50, you're an honorary vulva. And there's talks of a hat. Maybe you could get a hat. So we're actually going to be playing in studio today, if we get a chance. If we don't, that's okay. 6016, a game about teenagers trying to figure out what gender was in the past, because they live in the future where everything is great. So they only have access to a collection of clips from the soap opera Love, Lust, and a Lack of Trust from 2016. In this game, you will play the students mentioned during the off-screen scenes. However, you will also play the characters in the soap opera they are watching during the on-screen scenes. So, playstyle, off-screen and on-screen. Off-screen is realistic or comic realistic, so normal-ish people, right? And then on-screen, so soap opera mode, is parody. More and more elevations are common. Use your prejudice. However, I will mention there is an X card. We always use the X card in case you are not familiar with what the X card is yet. It's an invention by my good friend and game designer, John Stravolopoulos, and it is a safety mechanic for playing games where there might be content that you want to moderate around. This is not to limit what you play with, it's just to make sure everyone's boundaries are observed and everyone is safe so that you have a good time. Because the primary focus of gaming is fun. If you're not having fun, if you're feeling bad, then you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. So the X card, for those of you that don't know, is a card with an actual X on it. Since we are doing some improv-y stuff, you can just say X card out loud. What that means is, whatever we're talking about at that moment gets X'd out of the game. So, for instance, if I have a serious phobia of spiders, and you're like, spiders just burst into the room, I'm like, X card, no! Then you're like, okay, centipedes just burst into the room, I'm like, that's fine, I'm okay with centipedes, right? It's a way to get around things without impeding play too much. It can also be used for more serious things. We actually used it in Monster Hearts a couple weeks ago, where there was a scene between a teacher and a younger student, and the teacher was being sexually aggressive. And I X-carded myself because I was playing the teacher, and I was like, I don't want to do that, that's gross and icky. We're done here. And everyone was like, oh, phew, because I was about to do the X-card myself. So that's what the X card is used for. Anytime you play any sort of game with emotional content, I definitely suggest that you use the X card. If you Google it, you will find all kinds of stuff about it, and John Stravolopoulos, so please use the X card in your games. So is everyone comfortable with that idea? Does that sound good?
Do it.
Okay, great. So setup. Divide the room into 2 zones, off-screen and on-screen. I would say off-screen is the chairs, on-screen is in front of the chairs.
Okay.
Sound simple? All right. So we have a number of things that we're gonna do, and the number 1 says 5 minutes max. So what we're about to do is gonna take 5 minutes. You guys are killing me in chat, I can't even look. The Avengers, Vulva of Ultron, James Bond and Octavulva, Vulva Girl.
Gone in 60 vulvas.
That's amazing.
James and the Giant Vulva.
I love you all so much. I can't even express.
Chat, you're the best. You're the best community. I love you guys.
The never-ending vulva.
This was the best birthday present.
This is a great game, and we're continuing to play it.
Perfect.
Okay, so first, choose 1 sentence each that describes what makes the world of the off-screen characters utopian. These sentences make up your setting, but the characters are not totally oblivious to the concept of gender, so you know that it exists. Then choose 1 trait each that dictates an attitude towards video clips. Optimistic, critical, curious, etc., etc. So 1 sentence about what the world is like, and 1 word describing your outlook. Make sense? So I will go first, and I will say that, describe what makes the world, we have no currency.
Ooh.
And I am curious.
Cool. I think the world is utopia because we have a real integration of technology and nature. So you have like buildings that are like grown out of trees that people are living in, and like computers that are partially organic and cool stuff like that. Kind of like the
That's how you get species 8472, man.
Oh, it's
That
good,
how you
though.
get species 8472.
They're doing it right this time. We got it right.
Okay.
Utopia.
Yeah, that's how you can tell. It's
All right,
utopia.
all right.
Sorry, can you repeat it again?
Yes. So you're going to say 1 sentence about what makes this world a utopia.
Okay.
And you're going to use 1 word to describe yourself in relation to when you watch video clips.
Okay.
So I said, we don't have money, and I'm curious.
Okay.
He said, integration of technology and nature, and
I am suspicious.
suspicious.
So I'm gonna go with we have no hunger. And my attitude is fascinated.
Gotcha. Okay, so in Utopia, all movie titles do have the word vulva in them.
Yes!
And I am overwhelmingly optimistic.
Oh. Boy. What would be, yeah, I know, what would be a wonderful utopian thing that I would want?
Just you.
Just me. It's a utopia for me. Food is always delicious. So everything is your favorite food. Like you taste it, it's your favorite.
Not only are we not hungry, but it's
Every time. Every time. And I'm going to say I'm naively optimistic.
Alright, we got different flavors of optimism here.
Alright, in my utopia, everybody speaks respectfully to each other.
Oh.
And I think my attitude will be a little cagey. Like, I don't know.
Credulous?
Yeah.
Got it. Alright. I can't look at chat.
So you definitely are honoring vulvas right now.
Captain America and the Winter Vulva. Vulvas on a plane.
Ooh. 12 angry vulvas.
28 vulvas later.
Snakes on a vulva. That was an accidental tattoo.
Okay, so the second thing says, place the list of clip descriptions in the off-screen part of the room. I have a list of clip descriptions right here. It's part of play materials, so I've got that. Consider this off-screen.
Cool.
Okay, so play. Start with a short scene where the students prepare to watch the series. When someone reads out the title of a clip, then they've chosen from the list. When someone reads out the title of a clip they've chosen from the list, sequence doesn't matter, so you can pick any clip in the list. The first on-screen scene starts with a few players taking their place in the on-screen part of the room. Avoid practical talk if possible, improvise, and get going. One or more players should stay off-screen, but in character during each on-screen scene. So you're either playing the Utopia person, who is kind of watching, or you're actually the soap opera person who's doing the ridiculous "no place there" kind of stuff. Okay? The off-screen players may pause the clip by saying pause to briefly comment or discuss what they see, which means the people up here will stop. Okay? This can be used to influence the scene. What if Bob's sister knows the secret? But taking direction is optional up here, so you don't have to do it. Off-screen players can also rewind to watch a scene over or fast forward to help the on-screen players along. They will eventually stop the scene, ending it. Play will alternate between 2 to 5 minute scenes from the soap operas, so short scenes, and scenes where the students discuss what they see. So soap opera, play, pause, rewind, what if they do this, okay, and then a stop and everyone talks about what they saw. So no more soap opera for a few minutes. Players can alternate between off and on-screen play as they see fit during on-screen scenes, e.g. to introduce new characters, as long as someone is in the off-screen zone, commanding the projector, etc. Play as many scenes as you feel like, or have time for playing. End with an off-screen scene where the students conclude upon their findings. Then play a short scene where the students present their findings in class. Play should last 10 to 40 minutes. So really, however much time we have, that's the time we get to use.
Okay.
So any questions about what I read off? No.
Let's do it.
Okay, so we have a full cast today. It's for 3 to 6 players, and we have 3 to 6 players. So my only request of you guys is when people are here, that if you can get to the side without getting off camera to do your directions so we can see everybody at the same time, and you're not talking over their heads, that would be really great. Does that sound like that's doable? Okay, awesome. So let's take a look at, oh, one more thing. I have, yes, there it is. I have an extra copy of #Feminism, and at the end of today's show, I'm gonna give it away to chat. Yes. Cool. Okay. So, why don't you guys take a look at the clips? I don't want the audience to know yet, because it will be funnier if they don't. But just, let's do this. I'm gonna do another one right here. It's so tiny. I'm gonna get another copy out so we can see the list. There it is. Here. Thank you. Yeah. So they are now reading the clip prompts, which we will be playing out in grand form. And again, guys, if you're just joining us, this is Weekly Affirmations, the show about indie and freeform RPGs. I'm your host, Strix. We have a very large cast today. They're all really awesome. And we are playing a nano-game from the anthology #Feminism, which was part of the Indiecade showcase at E3. Yes, Analog Games at E3. It is heresy. We were like the kryptonite of the entire floor. It was great. So remember to continue to tweet to #GameFeels with a Z. We'll be checking those soon. And we are about to get started. You guys are still playing the Vulva game.
It's never gonna end.
You're just gonna play it. You're gonna play it all the way through Death from Above too, huh?
Arachnovolbia.
Kung Fu Vulva.
The Last
Some like it Vulva.
There's no movie called The Last Airbender. That's weird. I know there's a show. I haven't heard of the movie.
No, it's
Yeah.
just a show.
What?
Yeah, no,
Oh,
it's
that
just-
was a great show though.
Yeah.
What a
Really
twist.
Yeah.
Hitchhiker's Guide to the Vulva.
Wow.
You can buy that, actually.
Whoa.
Yeah, most people say that that's not that effective, that book.
Do you guys want to take?
Okay, so.
Yeah, we got several copies here.
Well,
We
that's
got-
this
we got
one's
it
just
back.
mine, so we can.
All right.
Anybody else in?
So are we
Vulvas
just
from
going
above.
down the list?
No, we get to pick whatever we want.
Oh,
Oh,
okay. What do you guys?
I like the first one.
I like the first one
That
too.
one sounds like fun.
Okay.
That's 4 of them.
Time for Rabbit Power
Please affirm Osborne. He did some awesome artwork. #GameFeels #set/group #Strix #indie-games.
Oh, thank you for that, 4am Critter. That was a $20 donation, not a $5 donation. So, 4am Critter is really, really wanting this affirmation for Osborne, which I am very happy to provide. So I hope, Osborne, that you are watching, and if not, someone is taking a gif of this, because you are a calm, smiling centaur. Now, what sound does a centaur make exactly?
They're human-ish.
Yeah, what is that? Is that like,
So
they
they're-
speak humanish?
So, hi.
Hello, I am a centaur.
I feel like that's really boring though.
Well, they're not exactly. They're kind of
Hi, I'm a centaur. Hello. Do you have a vulva?
Didn't know that's what centaurs went for right away.
Aren't they like known for being kind of rapey?
Yeah,
Actually, yeah, they are.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
that was
They
the thing
are.
in Harry Potter.
It's true.
Yeah.
Okay,
Agreed
all right.
with that, yeah.
I mean, I'm sure there's many Flash/fiction-y things about centaurs that we will not read because I don't need to be reminded of Rule 34. But
The petrichor, they probably do fart.
That's,
Probably.
they are horse-like.
you guys are still.
Sound like hey.
All right, so are we ready to get this game going?
Sure.
Okay.
Okay.
So it sounds like we know what we want to do first. We're gonna do prom night.
Yes.
Excellent. So who wants to be the soap opera stars for prom night?
Yeah, I'll be a star.
All right.
I will also be a star.
Excellent.
Do you want to be my date?
Sure.
Oh, goodness.
So the clip is boy rings doorbell to pick up the girl from prom. Characters boy, girl, mom, and dad. So we need 2 other people. I can be one of them if you want me to be.
I'll be one.
Okay. That means you 2 are in charge of pausing, rewinding, fast forwarding, and commentary.
Okay.
Okay?
Which side do you want us on? This one or that one?
Yeah, make sure you stay on screen here. Why don't you guys
Slide all
go
the way
to the
over.
left side there?
So which one of you is the boy and which one is the girl?
Great question.
Well, since we're in a soap opera and it's about stereotypes, I'll stick with boy for now.
Okay.
Alright.
All right.
Okay. So do you want to be mom or dad? Hyper Rabbit Power, go!
#Vulva Affirmations.
I love you guys.
So
That was it.
This is just a general affirmation for every vulva ever.
from Sorry, by the way. Sorry, Vulva Affirmations. So we're sorry too, because we made this happen. So we want you to know that all of you in chat for your excellent vulva play and all of us here in the studio are glamorous, clarifying goo. We are clarifying goo. It's kind of like that snail cream stuff.
Yeah.
I'm hearing about.
Yeah. No, that's really good for your skin.
That's what I hear. Asian beauty.
Very moisturizing.
Okay, so mom or dad?
I'll be the mom.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll be the dad.
Go trucker boys, go.
And I guess we'll stand behind you. Is that gonna work?
Yeah, that's fine. I'm getting ready for
way?
prom.
So we just need to make sure
Need
that
to
we
cheat
can
out.
see these guys.
Yeah, how are you guys doing? Okay.
You guys on?
All right.
Alright.
Hello.
Scene start.
Scene start.
Ding dong. Ding dong.
Oh my god, I'm not ready. Mom!
Don't worry, honey. You're gonna be ready really soon. We
Maybe
just
you
need
should
to.
just stay home. That dress is awful short. You don't want to look like a harlot.
Dad! I like
Ding
my
dong.
dress.
Ding
You
dong.
look like a whore, Clary.
Pause.
Now, don't say.
What's a whore?
It's very interesting how the father person is just completely overbearing on his female child.
Yeah, he.
Let's skip to the next part when
Yeah.
the other one
I
comes
want to see the
in.
door open.
Fast forward. Play.
Girls take forever to get ready.
I'm ready.
That was forever, but nice. Nice to see you. You look absolutely wonderful.
Thanks.
So, you ready to go ahead and watch?
Yeah, let's just go. Let's go.
Young man.
Hey, Daddy.
Yes, sir.
Sir's right. I need to have a word with you in the den.
Now,
Oh,
don't
she
be
comes
too
late.
hard on the boy.
Really, Dad? I mean, we're gonna be
Shut
late.
your mouth. Do you want to go at all?
It's okay. I know how to talk to parents.
Now, son. I understand it's a big night for you. But I want you to know that I spent the last 6 hours cleaning my guns.
Are you from jail?
If my little girl doesn't come home, we're gonna have ourselves a problem. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Pause. What do you suppose he means by intact?
Did they like? Was prom a thing where you literally tore people apart?
I wonder if he is afraid that this man will dismember his daughter.
Was that a rite of passage? You'd lose an arm at prom?
Perhaps. Let's
Let's
see how this plays out. Play.
I promise I won't dismember her. It's not a thing.
Good. And you'll have her home by 11 sharp.
11 shots, sir.
What's your mommy and daddy's name?
I have 2 mummies.
Oh, Lord.
Let's go. All right, can we cut to a different scene?
Yeah, let's cut to a different scene.
All right,
Oh, this is the greatest dance ever.
let's go.
Let's go.
John has some beer.
Oh my god, I love beer. You know what? Don't worry, I'll get lots of it. And don't look what's in your drink.
Okay.
On the X card that.
I have just delicious normal punch.
Punch, don't you want something harder?
Well, I mean, you talked about. Your dad just moved me. And then realized he was at the dance with us. This is very frightening to have your dad chaperone. I don't know how we're gonna drink beer in front of your dad.
Dad, are you here?
I'm a chaperone
Oh
at
my
this dance.
god. Yeah, this punch is really great. Hey, let's
Don't tell him about the beer.
I wasn't going to.
Pause. What's happening right now?
I'm not sure.
So
I think there's some sort of solidified beverage that they're discussing. It's all so interesting.
Yeah, I swore that I would just put a beverage in my mouth. I mean, it's an antiquated term, beverage. Usually we just chew everything, but it looked like it's sloshing, and that's kind of off-putting.
I'm not sure where this is going anymore.
Yeah, do you want to fast forward a little bit?
Maybe we should just watch the next episode.
Yeah.
Stop.
All right. Scene. Okay, so everybody sit down.
X cards.
X cards are great. We love X cards.
That's what it's there for.
Musical chairs. Okay, so now we're gonna have a very short scene discussing what we thought that was all about as our alien future selves.
You know, I feel like when he was putting stuff into the drink, it was sweetener. Really.
Yeah, their food wasn't that great back then, I guess.
Yeah.
That's what it was. It was the food.
Yeah, it must
Makes
have
everybody
been.
cranky.
I don't know. That dad guy, he seemed to really be overbearing.
Yeah, I thought
like
it was.
Well, in the nuclear families, you're supposed to be a mom and a dad, and the mom didn't really say anything.
The mom didn't say anything.
That was
She was
weird.
smoking over the whole time.
Maybe she was mute.
I wonder.
Maybe she was a mute.
I wonder. Back in this time, you know, the man. He said that he had two mothers. Which one speaks over the other then?
Oh.
I think they just talk forever and never stop.
Probably the more man mother.
Is that a thing?
Is that how
Can you
that
be
works?
a more man mother?
I think they're called bears.
Like the animal.
Yeah, like mama bears, right?
Okay.
Were they
Yeah. Okay, we totally got it. See, this history stuff isn't that hard.
So easy.
Hyper on the power, go! Oh wow.
You guys are still going.
Good game.
Hashtag ShyWasp would like to make sure there's enough thunder in this evening's hashtag Defa as such. Have 2 rolling thunders. Remember crew, half the deaths on this show have been from the AC-20 and now we get 2 of them in this matchup. Strix, please affirm them.
You're affirming the AC-20s?
Yes, I'm affirming the AC-20s.
That's so wrong.
So,
soon.
in case you have no idea what's going on, the show after this is Death from Above. It's about mechs. We actually hurt them. It's very painful. And you can buy stuff for players to use against each other to kill each other. And so Rinman just bought 2 AC-20s, and he wants me to affirm them. So I will totally do that, because that's awesome. So, oh yes, AC-20s. You are bodacious, wandering geckos. Bam, 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 bam.
Too soon.
Too soon.
Hashtag too soon.
Too soon. All right. So those were our first 2 opening scenes. Everyone feeling good with how this is working so far?
Okay.
Just one note, because of our mic setup, try to stay on this side of the blue tape on the floor. Excellent. Okay. So we're gonna pick another clip. You guys know the list. What looks interesting to do next?
Yeah. I kind of like that one.
Which one?
That works.
No, the other version.
Guys.
No, what's the female one? There we
Goes
go.
that out?
Kept missing.
Okay, so, all right, guys. So I want to watch this clip next. It's called "Girls' Night Out." Glamorous housewives competitively brag about their successful men.
What's a housewife?
Well, they're wives who have houses.
I know what wives are.
Yeah, they're like the landowning.
Yeah, remember when they had like you could buy a house and you could buy like another house?
House
So-
husband, housewife, both, of course.
Yeah. Okay, so who wants to play the housewives? And I will sit out of this one. I think Lizzie and Dan should go. And then maybe 1 or 2 more people?
I can be a housewife.
Okay.
I'll sit out.
Wait, sit in your spot.
We have
Just to remind myself, are we playing our 2016 or
You're playing the housewife.
I know,
Right there.
but are we playing the historical version of the soap opera or the future people's interpretation of the soap opera?
The historical version.
Got it.
Yes.
Yes.
over the top. It's
All right.
possible.
And scene. Pause. What is that? Is that like a ritual symbol of some kind?
That must be a sign of like dominance.
Rewind.
Rewind, please.
Play.
Hey.
Pause.
I love the one with the beard.
Can we do that again? Rewind. Play.
Pause? Yeah, it's like they're simulating like a courtship, but they're not actually touching each other. So maybe it's like their future intention is to become a couple?
That
or
must be
a
it.
triple? There's 3 of them. And they were all doing
Okay. Let's just see where it goes. Play.
So good to see you guys.
You know, it's been such a crazy week. I just can't even begin to
Oh,
tell.
I've had the craziest. I'm already started on drinks.
Pause. It's the drink thing again. What does it look like? Is it beer?
She's pouring it on herself right now.
Play.
I'm gonna get at least 3 mimosas after this week.
Oh, baby, I'm starting with martini.
We should definitely get some drinks.
Definitely.
More drinks.
More, clearly.
Pause. Why so many?
I don't know, maybe we'll find out when they talk about the min, because that's what this is supposed to be about. That's what the notes say on the track here.
Not about
Let me fast forward a little bit to where they're just talking about the min. Okay, play.
So how's Carl?
You know, he's just been so busy, what with work, and we just bought a new car.
Oh, what
and-
kind?
Oh, I don't know. You know, one of the big shiny ones. I know nothing about.
Oh.
Wait, how do you grow shiny? Like, who's growing?
I think it's metallic.
Metallic? Oh, okay. Thanks.
Yeah, they had a lot more, less organic vehicles back then. Which is,
come on.
I mean, I saw it
They
in the
used to
background.
use fossil fuels, man.
Whoa.
I'm just saying, they could do anything.
They could do anything. They could start eating each other.
Play.
You know nothing about cars. It's something that I'm sure just costs far too much money, but you know, we have it to spare.
And how's George?
George is great. George just went to the Bahamas and he brought back. Oh, well, I guess I'm not supposed to say.
Oh, come now.
Was it a new au pair?
Pause.
French food?
I heard a fruit. I'm confused.
What do you think?
I don't know. I haven't taken ancient languages.
This is so weird. Okay, play.
Well, speaking of the Caribbean, Gary brought me out on the yacht a few days ago. We just got it redone on the inside, refurbished.
Oh, really?
Gecko leather.
Gecko.
Really?
It took far too much time to get together, but
And I can imagine a lot of geckos.
a lot of geckos.
A lot.
So many. But
How luxurious.
I know. We have to keep the kids away.
Pause. So it says in here somewhere that one of them accuses the other of like cheating. I don't know what that means. Maybe at one of these game things. But it sounds like it's more interesting than just this yakety yak. I want to forward. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Play.
Now, Carl's been out and about a lot recently. I've been seeing his Facebook posts.
Oh,
Who is that he was with recently?
Pause. Facebook as in like our world overlord? That one specifically?
Well, I think its origins were in the early 20th century.
Wow, I love history lessons. Let's keep going.
Okay.
Play.
She was kind of leggy.
She was his secretary. They were out on a business meeting.
Was it really business? What do you think? Come on, girl. We're your friends. You can tell us.
You know, after that whole business with the last nanny, I don't think that you're quite one that I want to have a discussion with.
Oh my god, I knew this would happen. I've been sleeping with Carl.
You bitch!
Pause! But what is violence?
I don't know what is happening. Why was sleeping bad?
I don't know. I love sleeping.
Oh, okay. Maybe.
They didn't have communal sleeping arrangements back then, so it could have been like a show of preference for someone if you're sleeping with just them instead of everyone else.
No.
No, everybody
That
loved
can't be
everybody.
right.
Absolutely that
Okay,
way.
I can't. That's horrible. What
Hold
is
on,
this
I want to
rating?
rewind and watch this again. Rewind, please. Rewind. Play.
I've been sleeping with Carl.
You bitch! How dare you! Well, you know what? I'm gonna find your little husband, and I'm gonna sleep with him.
You think he would sleep with you?
Well, he slept with that trashy au pair, didn't he?
Pause! I can't do this.
It's getting so intense.
This is so uncomfortable. Why are they screaming?
They're so mad.
They're so tired.
Okay, you know what? I think we've learned enough from this pick. Can we just table this? Is this okay? Or do you
Hold on.
want-
I
you wanna watch
think
more?
for science, we have to watch the hit one more time. Rewind. Rewind. Play.
I'm sleeping with Carl.
You word that Strix doesn't like, I'm not gonna repeat.
Okay, I'm good now.
Alright, that's very enlightening. Okay, scene.
Well done.
That was great, guys. They're still playing the goddamn vulva game.
Vulva in Seattle.
It's a wonderful vulva. Yes, Virginia, there is a vulva. I mean, what do you want?
You've got vulva.
Thank you for that one.
6 heads in a vulva bag? What?
Don't want to know. Okay, so now we are the students, and we are all discussing what just transpired.
There was a lot of animosity happening.
There was so much violence.
Nobody was like speaking respectfully to each other. Everybody was looking at each other up and down, like judging in their heads.
Animals.
Yeah.
Do you think it has something to do with this drink they keep drinking?
Yes.
Like every time there's this drink, bad things happen.
Yeah.
Maybe it's poison.
That dad was really mad around it.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh, and there was that part where there was like that X thing, right, when the guy was gonna do something. Like,
It might be. I think you might be onto something with it being a poisonous
It
substance.
might be a poisonous drink that just makes people crazy.
and tired.
So tired.
So much sleeping around.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't sleep that much. I sleep like, 6 hours a night?
Yeah.
Why would you be so angry about it?
Why can't they just talk about their feelings?
I think they were. They were just talking about them really mad.
With their hands.
Yeah.
In each
If
other's
you just
faces.
lay it out there, if you just say, this is how I'm feeling.
It seemed very much like from this episode and the last episode that the women were speaking of feelings, but in a very subtextually way, whereas the man, he was so very
open,
aggressive. It was so interesting.
And it seemed like the man people were always taking the woman people to things. Like, there was the lady was on the man thing's yachts, and then the young man was taking the woman thing to the...
Was this a common custom?
Do they have them?
Did women require escorts?
Well, if the men or if the women are the housewives, though they own the property, maybe the men take them between the different pieces of property.
Okay. Yeah. It was because they would never be unfair.
Yeah.
I mean, not at all.
It was a way to divide like all of the powers and structures so that they maintained equal status and leverage with each other.
Yeah.
So the women owned all the property.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, it makes perfect sense.
That would be why.
All right, I'm gonna write this down for the
Yeah,
report.
maybe the man was so angry because he was being protective of the property he was like watching over.
Like a guard.
Yeah, like kind of like a guard.
Okay, this is really enlightening. We should watch another one.
The name of this game is 6016, correct?
Yes, the name of this game is 6016. It's by Ellen Nielsen. It is part of the nano-game anthology of #Feminism, which, by the way, is available for purchase at feministnanogames.wordpress.com. All right, so what do you guys think? Oh, you know what? This is actually a good time for us to look at some tweets. So pick out your scene. Yes. So. Yes, trade me. So, it is now approximately-ish halfway through the show, which means we are going to pause, and we're going to tell you what's going on, and also read out some tweets. So this is Weekly Affirmations, the game about indie and free-form RPGs that's really positive and awesome. We like affirming you and each other. Today we're playing #Feminism by the Feminist Collective. So 36 designers wrote 34 nano games that can be played in an hour or less. All of them have something to do with feminism. They can be found at feministnanogames.wordpress.com. The mastermind behind this collection is Lizzie Stark, who is super awesome. If you'll Google her, you will find her. And we are now going to read some tweets. So hopefully you guys didn't forget.
Hope every tweet has vulva.
Probably.
Don't let me down, Chad. Don't let me down.
They're still going. I mean, this has got to be like 1,000 vulvas by now.
I would have ran out of movies a long time ago.
I'm so deeply proud of all of you.
Yep.
In the weirdest ways.
Game feels with a Z. Feels.
PWJB. Jason versus
Peanut butter and jelly.
My fair
So
vulva.
I married a vulva murderer.
Okay, we've got some. Oh goodness, thank you. So we have some tweets. Yay! Somebody remembered. So first one is from Jay Beltran, and it is Hyper RPG. You are all thumping, clairvoyant vulvas. Hard game feels. Thank you, Jay Beltran.
Thank you.
Then we have one from Final Fantasy IX Master. 3 things I love this week. The Strix being back. Yay! Birthday remixes by Bazooka Joe. Yay! And hashtag Vanquished, the new RPG on Hyper RPG, which yes, Vanquished is awesome, and you should watch it. And then Eridink says, very glad to have you back on the channel, Strix. Yay! And looking forward to you being on Death from Above more. Me too. Totally different personality on Death from Above. You won't even know it's me. Okay, then we have, looks like, so when we were having our audio failings, there are some game feels around that as well from Dacoobs too.
This is Dacoobs.
Yes.
Oh, what's up?
That's you.
Oh, sweet.
You use game feels.
I did.
Check it out. Blast from the past. All right, thank you guys so much for those tweets. They are awesome. Remember to keep tweeting to the hashtag GameFeels. The purpose of the hashtag is for you to write things that you like, affirm each other, ask questions about the show, talk about what's going on in the show. Otherwise, just vulvas.
Can we add vulva to the affirmation?
Just add.
That's a question in chat.
Yes.
You get the final yes or no.
Yes, we can add vulvas to the matrix. We
Yay!
totally can.
So proud of you.
Oh God, what have I done? Okay.
A lot of things.
So, both copies are there. Good. All right, so we have another scene to play out.
We do.
What are we doing?
We want to do the divorce papers.
Tell me about it.
Ooh. So, a divorcing couple discuss the terms of their divorce.
Who wants to be in that one?
Offer.
All right, I'll do it. Who do you want to be? Who do you want to be?
I'm gonna get angry. Or am I? No, angry, right?
Oh,
So
I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry.
So are we gender swapping here?
I'll be girl.
You'll be girl? I'll be girl. Alright.
I mean, woman. Vulva.
Warrior vulva.
Okay.
Alright, I'll be heteronormative. Here we go.
Okay, Jared, that's fine, but I'm keeping the dog.
That's fine, as long as you also take the kids.
What the shit kind of answer is that, you piece of shit dirt? This is why I'm divorcing your ass.
Pause. Anger again. They must be drinking.
Probably, yeah.
I'm sure it will be somewhere in this scene.
I mean, maybe it's just hiding on that table.
Oh,
Although-
well, but that's a lot of paper. That's paper, right?
Did you notice her
Yes.
anger when he spoke of the children?
Do
What
the
does she mean? Where is she taking them?
Maybe to get more anger drinks?
Do you guys remember? I always forget if children start out having genders or if they get them later. It's
Think
not.
they start with them, but maybe they flip a coin.
Who
That would make
decides?
sense. Yeah, because then it's fair.
Oh, maybe.
Right. But that means
Maybe
that
he-
there are only
Wasn't
two.
it written on the
so-
piece of
Oh,
paper?
yeah. They
So
could
maybe
roll
it's
like
the
a
doctor
20.
The doctor
flips
decides.
the coin.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, yeah, the doctor.
Okay.
Right.
I understand. All right.
Let's press play again.
You know what? I need a drink.
You know that the man is never in charge of the children.
Well, you know what? I got news for you. They're not your children.
Pause.
They're your.
I guess that makes sense why he wants her to have them.
Probably, but it looks like he didn't know.
Yeah, that's strange.
The doctor may not have told him.
Probably not.
So, the document, perhaps, that declares the ownership of the children, because I do understand they owned children back then.
Right.
Yeah.
Housewife.
Must not have him on the document. Perhaps he did not know.
Maybe it's the same thing with housewives. So housewife also has children.
Right. Probably yes.
So therefore, she owns the house and the children.
Do you think that these children are boys or girls?
I don't know.
Do they choose? Do the children choose? Do you think that, I know we've established that it was the doctor, but Do you think that they have a conversation with the child at some point?
I think.
Do they converse when they're born?
Yeah, I don't. They couldn't talk for like a really long time.
Yeah.
That's
true.
true.
Not like us, where you just come out talking.
It's
Yeah.
true.
Let's keep watching.
Let's see how it goes.
Your twin brothers!
It should have been obvious because I haven't been here for a year.
That's right. When you lost your memory, you left us alone.
I lost it in the fight. At the bar. We fight as men. That's what we do. It was for your honor.
Psst, pause. Bar. There are usually drinks at a bar.
More
Yeah.
poisonous liquid.
Poisonous liquid.
And it's linked to fighting again. We're figuring this out.
We've definitely got some.
And he said he wants this, right? It was for
Right.
honor, so it's clearly they like this poison to fight.
Yes.
So fighting is good. It seems like we keep running into that. They want it, right?
But they're speaking so rudely to each other.
Is that?
But I also understand that later in this scene, I think I remember something about them making things up or making up or crying. Something that they did often in
Let's
these
see
shows.
that part.
Yeah, wait, they said they slept together.
Ah, let's fast forward
Yeah.
and see what goes on in a bit. Fast forward. Hey.
Why are you always crying?
Don't you know that I love you?
Why with my twin brother?
Because you're identical twins, and I thought if I couldn't have you, at least I could have your children.
I was gone for a year because my
Father said that once you have the kids, you leave and you work for a year so you don't have to deal with that baby stuff.
You always do what your father says.
My father was an amazing person.
Aren't you your own man?
I cannot be my own man. I have a twin brother. We're two people.
Pause. Yeah, I'm curious about this. I've seen a couple of these other documents where they have these twins. I'm trying to figure out. I don't know if you guys know this, but I feel like that's what the facial hair is for. I thought at first that it was to do with the males and the females, but I think it's actually that if you're a twin, you have another twin with the opposite facial hair.
Oh.
Like an inverted face, but the hair.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, just one of them gets it.
Okay.
Interesting.
That's a theme.
Would she have like drawn on the beard on the twin brother so that she said she wanted someone to look the same, so she must have drawn it on when they slept together.
Yeah.
Perhaps it was more comforting
Maybe.
as they were sleeping.
Yes.
Yeah, like a pillow.
And once again, he is angry about sleeping.
That's so strange.
And she says that she loves him, but she is crying. Did love used to make people really sad?
I heard love was a battlefield. I don't know what
He did talk about fighting and honor.
Yeah.
Maybe he went to the bar, which was actually a battlefield
Of love.
Of love.
Right.
And it takes about a year because there was something called the draft, I think.
Right.
And
Is this something only men did?
I'm not sure. Maybe.
They
Because the wives were owning houses.
Yes,
Someone had to
yes.
watch the property.
Yes, and so they were out being aggressive on the battlefield of love.
But then
Good.
where are all the children?
With the wives, we established the wives own the children
But now they're trying.
And the property.
and the property, which is probably what they're
So
fighting
wives
for.
have like the long end of the stick here.
I
Yes.
believe so.
Let's find out more about the children. I bet they'll talk about that in a bit.
Yes.
So just to make me understand, it was my twin brother, and then that was the children. So that's why they look just like me?
Yes. And that's why if you try to take this to court, you will fail. I am taking all your money.
Those kids would have deserved the money, but the thing is they're not even mine.
Yeah, and you didn't.
Money. There's a lot of talk of money being given to other people or taking money. What must that be like? Wanting to always take money away from other people. Because we don't have money.
Yeah, we just get stuff out of the seed pod replicators.
Yeah.
It's really convenient.
Truly.
Everybody's happy.
I know there was a time in human history where they had, they would exchange like cows and animals and other people as goods.
Right.
Maybe that's what they're doing here.
But this seems more about taking something from another person and exerting power.
Good point.
But which one of them is the one exerting the power?
I think it's the housewife.
Ah.
Because she has the children.
But he is... Why does she own the property, but he is the one deciding where the money will go? Cows and whatnot. Very confusing.
Yeah, I don't understand.
Let's watch.
Yeah.
I exert all the power here. I have all of it because I make the money. And that's how men work in this heteronormative culture. And if somebody was watching this in the future, they would understand that.
Well, we're not in the future. We're living today, and I need to feed our kids. And you...
Our kittens?
Don't...
What about the kids?
care.
Excuse you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You don't care about the children, so I'm going to take care of them with the money that they deserve.
Fine. You know what? Take the kids. You want to know something crazy? This beard, I grew this. I'm my own twin brother.
What?
It's true.
No puede ser! You lied to me!
It was a secret trick. I know. I was going to wrap you up in this.
Pause. So does that mean that he is the father of his own children?
I think so. And I believe this show was what they called a telenovela.
Does he then secretly own the children, whereas she thought she had owned the children?
Like subterfuge, but with kids.
And I'm amazed that this man knows of heteronormativity.
Not something we see often in these soap operas that we watch.
And yet he still follows it.
Yeah.
He follows the path of heteronormative.
Perhaps the poisonous juice makes him do this.
It's like he can see the bars of the cage and then he just decides, I'll stay in here. It's very weird.
It's scary outside of the cage. I can understand that. Let's watch.
Are we gonna watch more, really? Let's do it.
Well, I have a secret for you. Estoy embarazada. I am pregnant with your son.
Is it my son or my twin son?
Does it matter?
I think a little bit.
Pause. But I thought that he was his twin. He's the same person.
When did she draw on the beard that he has now then?
I can't. I'm starting to get distracted by this great story.
But we did learn. We did learn a great fact.
Yes.
She already knows the gender of the child.
She
before it's
also
born.
speaks multiple languages.
Yeah.
Now we all speak in one.
Yeah.
Spanish.
Yes, this is Spanish.
Which one? When? How?
You really want to get into the details?
I want them to get into details.
As do I.
Yes, as do I.
You remember that night on the yacht? We got really drunk. Then there was the chop.
There's drinking again.
Is this the yacht made up of many tiny lizards?
I did hear about that.
Oh wait, so they're gonna get angry then, because they got drunk, so they're gonna be very, very angry.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I recall that from our health class many years ago that women were not supposed to drink this poison liquid while they were with child. And yet she seems to have done that already. Perhaps she's not really pregnant.
Or was she drinking the poison before she, conceived the child in the way that people used to conceive the children before, we...
With the internal pod.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
I'm almost done with this. It's really fun. I'll watch it by myself later.
Just a minute or two more, and then I really think that we should move on to the next clip.
Probably. Ugh.
Play.
You were.
The chocolate and the strawberries. You remember. How could you not?
Carl's gecko yacht.
Yes.
Of course I remember his
Carl's
gecko yacht.
yacht. And then we made love and conceived a beautiful child.
It only took one day. It was incredible. That was the fastest term ever.
Pause.
I'm so confused.
They look really happy now, and there was drinking, so I'm really.
Maybe because they were angry before, the poisonous juice makes you feel the opposite of what you were feeling.
Yeah.
And therefore, because everyone is normally fairly happy and even-tempered, when you have the poisonous juice, it makes you not.
That makes a lot of sense.
The ladies in the last show were not even tempered even without the drinks.
It's true.
I want to fast forward to the end.
I don't want to divorce you or your twin brother.
I don't know if I can do this. Me? Jeffrey? You?
We'll find a way. We'll find a way.
Stop.
Why? It was well done. Well,
There are some things
All
that
right.
are just too good to stop early.
So now we're going to do our discussion as a class.
I am deeply confused.
Why did that? Did many yachts have geckos?
Did everyone have a yacht?
Did everyone know Carl?
And the geckos. What's with the geckos? Are they like, what is that word when it makes you sexually aroused?
aroused, I think.
No.
It's an aphrodisiac.
An aphrodisiac.
Aphrodisiac.
Maybe geckos are aphrodisiacs.
Oh.
Do they somehow take that poisonous liquid too? Do the geckos excrete the poisonous liquid? That's the aphrodisiac / anger thing?
No, that's just too weird.
It can't be possible.
I have my theories.
They didn't have that kind of technology.
You've always got a theory.
You know, the thing that I really noticed is they had a lot of feelings. Like, we kind of just happy, but they were like really mad and then really happy, and I don't know, that was kind of intense.
And the women at the beginning, they seemed so happy to see each other, and it very quickly went to angry. Maybe they just had two, happy and angry.
I mean, that's all we've really seen.
But
so
then
Yeah.
she was crying.
Oh, I thought that was angry still.
Or happy because she said that she loved him.
Oh.
Yeah.
And he asked why was she crying.
That's true.
Always, so maybe he was trying to support her.
Maybe
Yeah.
men were not capable of understanding the outward signs of emotion, and that's why he had to act.
He
Am I
didn't
the
know
only
it.
one confused about what a divorce is?
They never talked about it.
And it didn't happen,
They
whatever
were,
it was.
well, they were like
Well, it
dividing
sounded
property.
Like
Yeah.
they were together at one point.
But they talked
But
about
sh-
court.
But she was a housewife, and he may have been a house husband, but he left, so he went to the bar, so maybe he's a bar husband. I've heard of such things.
I'll let you cover that part of the report because I really don't get it. Well, what do you think? Should we do one or two more? Because I'm just more confused than I was before.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. Which clip do we want to watch? Maybe something a little more illuminating about one of the genders? Because together they're just too weird. 20.
Just as reading through the chat,
Yes.
I missed who said this, but one of you mentioned that apparently yogurt enemas were once aphrodisiacs.
Ew.
What?
Ew.
I don't know who.
Ew.
I missed who said that, but you caught my attention.
Maybe it was corporate flagger.
Don't do that.
Don't. It's a bad idea.
Oh my god.
Live cultures in your Nope.
No.
Who tried it first?
So maybe
Who's the guy?
Oh yeah. Let's do that one.
Gal?
Yeah.
Okay. I vote not myself.
Yeah, I don't want to go.
I want to take a little break.
Oh, good.
We just went through a heavy divorce.
No.
I mean,
Yeah.
Whoa.
Can I go?
Which one was it?
Why don't you go, Liz?
Okay.
I'll do it.
Why don't you,
Okay.
Dan, do you want to do it too?
Sure.
Yeah. Okay.
The three of us.
Okay, so we are gonna now watch Guys Night Out. Men talk about how great it is to get a break from the wife, commenting on the looks of other women around.
I'm gonna need A beer.
Yeah, I'm drinking this beer right now.
Yeah, the little lady has just been driving me crazy.
Pause. Do you see how they're all standing? It's like they all have, like, maybe, I don't know, constipation or something.
Yeah.
Or something really heavy between their legs.
Was it like a man malady?
Their backs are all like out of shape.
Very
angled.
I don't know.
That's really weird. They don't do that when there's like when they're talking to women.
And their bellies are distended, but they're drinking again.
High calorie too.
Yeah.
Okay, alright, Clay.
I feel great just hanging out with you guys. This makes me feel so good to just get away from my wife. Ugh.
Yeah.
I can't understand you guys getting married. I mean, it's bad enough dating, but...
Pause.
Married?
Dating?
Maybe that's the same thing that the last couple was doing.
That divorce
They
thing?
didn't look like they were scheduling like meetings.
No, but I don't know what dating is. But
Well, it's dates. It's like, 2016. They were gonna set dates.
Dates for what?
Sleeping.
Probably.
They're gonna set dates for sleeping.
The sleeping's back. Oh, they're so tired. Let's fast forward to when they talk about what happens, because maybe it'll give a little light.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Kimberly's been on my ass lately. I work all day and I
Pause.
come home.
This doesn't sound exactly like describing the date. Rewind real quick. Different spot. All right, play here.
Yeah, Courtney. Seriously, I don't know if I should just keep going with this or not. We went out to dinner, I got her flowers. I thought she would have forgotten that I may have talked a little too long to her sister, Jenna, but...
Wait, did you sleep with her, bro?
I didn't sleep.
Sleeping.
But he said he didn't.
Shoot. Oh, what's wrong with talking?
Okay, play.
Didn't sleep with her, per se.
Oh, man, come on.
What per se? You sleep with someone or
Maybe
you
he
don't?
was just lying there and he was really nervous and he didn't actually go to sleep.
They just laid next to each other.
Restless leg syndrome thing back then.
Obviously, yeah.
Oh, that's terrible.
Play.
But...
Yeah. You got to like second base, man. Yeah.
Pause. A base? Like
second?
It was a game they used to play with leather and these round ball things and sticks of wood.
Oh,
I don't know what it
when-
has to do with this.
when
but
he said base, I thought he was talking about like
the
military?
home, the housewife. Maybe home is base.
Home base. I've heard that before.
Sure.
I wonder if they'll get to home base. Play.
Yeah, it doesn't count unless you get to home base, man.
That's true.
Something different.
You gotta score, man.
I know, well, so we'll see if it works out with Courtney or not. I don't know.
Pause. So was he playing a game with Courtney?
He was on second base, then maybe home?
So they
I think he was playing a game.
maybe that's how they court each other, is they play games together.
How do you use
Do
the
you
sticks?
date to court?
You set the date to do the games.
And then you try to go to sleep. Maybe at home
You
base.
get really tired after the game and you sleep.
Go home.
Home
base.
And you sleep at home base.
See, it's not that hard.
Yeah, we got this. Okay, play.
Come on, man, you're a real player. I know you can totally get all the chips.
Then that's the problem. Courtney doesn't see that.
Pause. Talking about playing, we're on top. Chicks are in now. I don't know what they have anything with birds, but we'll figure that
Maybe
out.
it's one of those things where, the mating rituals with cocktails where they go,
Oh my god. That would be an interesting game to watch.
yeah, maybe they'll do cocktails.
Ooh, play.
Because I can't pick up chicks now that I'm tied down to my wife, so I
No.
kind of have to live vicariously through you.
You'll ball and chain.
Yeah.
I wish I could score like you.
Hey, I didn't put a ring on it, and that's your guys' problem, so...
Yeah.
Pause. Are you following this?
Who's in jail? Why the ball and chain?
What's a ringer?
I put it on something? Maybe the cockatoo wears it like a crown?
This is not really helping. Maybe we should go to a different part.
Yeah. Let's fast forward.
Okay. Ooh, let's see if we can fast forward to the home base part.
It
Oh,
says
yeah.
that they comment on the looks of other women around.
Oh, okay, let's see
Oh,
that.
fast forward to
Fast
that.
forward to that.
Wow, check out that chick. She's a total fox.
Pause.
Animals.
Referring to women as animals?
I think that's it.
Is that a compliment?
So a chick is a fox. Is a woman.
Is a person? Is a yes.
Yes.
So we have an avian to a
And a
mammal.
vulpine.
And vulpine.
Yeah.
I guess this makes no sense to me at all, but I'm
Okay.
assuming it's only good things.
Let's keep going.
Play.
I don't know, man. She's kind of a butterface.
Yeah, well, I wasn't looking at her face. Yeah.
Pause. I heard about butter once. You spread it on toast. Very fatty. Don't know why they want it on their faces.
It comes from cow.
Is it an udder? Is that what you're...
Cow breasts.
Cow breasts. I've never heard them called that before. Interesting. I would like to...
It's very vulgar.
The way that they are cackling about this woman is not very respectful. What if she hears them? Do you think that she would find that complimentary?
I don't know. Let's find out.
Okay.
Play.
Hey, baby.
Woo!
Looking good.
Wolf whistling noise.
Oh my god, you cad.
Pause. Okay, so she threw what appears to be some poison into that one's face. They shouted at her. This doesn't seem to be very good, but
This
maybe.
just seems to be going further and further down the anger chute.
What if it's that baseball base? I don't know, that base thing.
Let's watch.
Play.
Hey, beep! Learn how to take a compliment.
Hey, I am way too hot for you, okay?
Not too hot for my bank account.
Ugh, you are so gross. Get with it, man.
I could do it.
This close. You could.
They didn't seem to respect the fact that she didn't enjoy their come-ons.
Indeed. Also, the one in the corner was talking about how it was too warm in the room. It's an odd option there, too. Perhaps this is actually a negative situation? I mean, I tend to be very positive.
If you look at the body language of everybody around, they seem to be looking, well, she was standing back like she was angry. And they kind of leaned forward from their awkward belly distended.
Maybe they were trying to drive her off.
Perhaps.
Oh.
It's like man time.
She did throw poison. I
But
mean,
the
that,
way that they spoke was trying to get her to come forward.
It's very confusing.
I'm very
Mixed
confused.
signals.
Yeah. Play.
Now, I bet $5. If you go hit on her.
Pause. He's gonna go pay that man to hit the woman?
Yeah.
Play.
1, I won't tell. But 2, I bet you she wouldn't say yes.
That girl.
yes to the hit?
Why would she has to confirm or deny the hit?
Well, that's nice, I guess.
Well, maybe it's that thing that they used to do with the what is it called? With the whips, and they liked it. Come on, you know what I'm talking about?
BDSM.
Yes, maybe it's that.
Oh.
Some people are into that thing.
Yeah.
Well, that's awesome. Play.
That girl's like a 6. We gotta find at least an 8 in here if I'm gonna hit that.
Pause. What is this numbering of women?
Maybe it's the game.
Yeah, points, scoring, player.
Right.
The higher
So
the
much sense.
point on the woman, the bigger the home base.
So do you think, oh, so the home base doesn't have points, but the woman inside the home base has points?
Maybe they're all together.
What
like
if
a
you have
conglomeration
like
of points.
5 women in there, then you have a lot of points?
Yeah.
What if, okay, play.
Yeah, if you're gonna risk a week of cold showers, she better be a 10.
Yeah, totally. I mean, I would have to go to her place. I'm not gonna bring her back to my place.
Shit.
Pause. He has a place.
He's a house husband?
How does that work?
Do
I thought that was illegal.
housewives and house husbands own separate properties?
It
Do
so
they
far
have
it seems
separate
like
children too?
I thought like the wives had the houses and the dudes had the boats.
Oh.
So maybe his
Carl's Gecko leather.
spot is actually a boat with leather.
But why can't he take it or there then?
Well, you could go to a boat.
I bet he's gonna take her to the boat.
Okay.
I bet that if she says yes
Mhm.
to whatever the hitting on is,
Yeah.
they'll go to the boat.
We should fast forward to that.
Yeah.
There's your 10. Go.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Wow.
Hey, baby.
Hi.
I like your hair.
Thanks.
You know, I'm Carl.
Pause. I'm never really good at this flirty thing. Let's keep going to the boat.
Okay.
Good plan.
Play.
So we're relaxing on the boat. Yeah, so this is my boat.
Wow.
Pretty cool.
You've got a boat.
I'm laying back on a deck chair, as you can see.
Pause. She's wearing less cloth now. I wonder what that means.
Maybe it's so that the gecko leather can touch your skin better.
For the aphrodisiac effect?
Yeah! Play!
Hope you like these premium gecko leather seats.
Pause. Why are they here too?
That is a great question. Let's find out.
Play!
Hyper go!
Hashtag Neonet would like an affirmation for our overlord who works so hard to bring us such varied and wonderful content.
So that is for Zach from Neonet. I don't think Zach is willing to come out right now. He usually isn't. He's down in the back somewhere. So this is going to be from afar. So Zach, I know you're here and you know you can hear me. I want to affirm you on behalf of Neonet. You are a gentle, daring hippogriff. And you guys are still playing the Volva game!
Hasn't stopped.
Deuce Bigelow, Volva Gigolo.
We've moved on to games.
My love of everyone in this chat has just grown by leaps and bounds through the whole episode. I keep looking over and seeing you guys keep going, and it's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. I can't wait to rewatch it in the VOD.
Okay, boats and less clothes and
They're here.
they're here. Let's see what they're doing here.
Play.
Hey, you guys are really cramping my style. I can't score with this chick if you're around.
Pause. They can only play the game without other men around?
2-player game? I mean, I guess that's possible. That's what they do.
What if one of them's
pause.
what if one of them's gay?
What is gay?
It's the thing where they thought that they were opposite of whatever they were already making up.
That made perfect sense.
Play.
You invited us here. We didn't know that you were this. Frankly, it's a little awkward, and I'm more than happy to leave. I mean, I brought Jenna, but...
Why are you leaving?
Hey, I'm just saying. The 2's a party, 3 is an even better party.
Wait. Are you with someone?
Just hastily taking off wedding ring.
Pause. So...
Maybe he's with them?
Well, yeah, he's physically with them all now.
But I think she means in the euphemistic way of, like, sleeping.
I assumed it was a rhetorical question. Are you with me?
She seems really nervous now, though.
Right. Well, let's see what happens.
I have a bad feeling about this.
With someone? Nah, baby, I'm my own man. I'm free
Oh
as a
my god,
bird.
you pig! I'm leaving.
This is a boat, so good luck with the... Oh, we're still docked.
I was rooting for you.
I wasn't.
Thanks, guys. You totally blew my chances.
Scene. That was excellent.
Oh, boy.
So, what did we learn?
The boat didn't seem to work as effectively when there was more people on it.
So maybe it's like a 2-person boat.
It must be a small boat.
Mm-hmm.
Yachts are teeny small boats with gecko leather.
This sport they were playing, it seems that the preferred method of play is a 2-player game, but it's possible to expand it to multiple players.
But if a ring is worn, you're not allowed to do it.
Oh. But he was going to, so he was going to break the rules.
Well, he took the ring
Of the
off.
game.
Maybe
So
that.
he was cheating. He was cheating at the
He
game.
was cheating at the game. Okay, you know what, guys? I think we have enough for our report. Do you want to present it to the class now?
Yes. We should definitely all present it to the class.
Okay, so here's what I think we should do. I think we should talk about the game, and we should include the part with the sticks and the ball and the ring. We should talk about the women were property and child owners, which gave them power. What else am I missing here?
The battlefield.
The poison juice.
Poison juice.
Oh,
yeah.
Which was on the battlefield.
Yes.
I think we determined it was always on the battlefield.
Anything else?
There's that one group with the children and the housewife and woman. I don't know where the word wife came from.
Oh, with the divorce.
Yes.
But we don't know.
Twins who draw on the beard.
Yes. That lasted a long time, so it's very
So
important.
twins were a thing back then. That's an important thing.
But were twins a thing? Because he said there weren't twins.
So maybe
he
there was
wasn't
a
a twin.
concept of twin that was in mythology
Maybe.
that then transferred to his storytelling, but it was maybe it was a local legend of sorts. I don't know.
Because she believed it,
Mm-hmm.
but it wasn't true.
No.
Maybe it was a metaphor for like, I don't know, his other side.
Like twins don't actually exist.
Well, and they're using constructed language to talk around a metaphorical issue. Makes total sense.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
It's a little sophisticated for these people, but maybe.
As an extremely optimistic person, it's just right on the money.
Well, I am so glad that we do not live in those times, because getting pregnant sounds awful.
Yeah.
It didn't seem to help anyone, yeah.
I
They never had a
And I
good
don't
time.
think I would ever want to be on a boat made of lizards.
Yeah.
Lizard skin.
Yeah.
Speak for yourself.
And I never want to touch poison juice.
I don't want to hit people.
Bob the Ninja Goldfish.
This is.
We are playing a game from #Feminism. It's called 6016, and it's a game in which students from the absolute utopic future where there is no gender, watch soap operas from the 20th century in order to understand gender in its historical context and then make a report on it. Yep, and we're playing the game Dances with Vulvas in chat right now, and we've been playing it for the last hour and a half.
Way to lead with the part that's probably not his game.
Bob, you know this is not the weirdest thing you've seen on this
That's
channel.
true.
This is true.
You know.
True.
Don't play.
So hopefully that explains it a little bit. This collection was put together by the Feminist Collective, which is a group of indie game designers who just all know each other and wanted to make this. It's amazing and it's fun, and we are in the this game. And Gipchi. Yes, resub hype for Gipchi. Thank you for resubbing. That's great. So we've been having a blast so far, and I think it's time for our school report. Who wants to be the speaker? Not me.
Not me.
Not
What's
it.
It's Dan!
Hey, Dan!
Okay,
You guys
so,
always do this to me.
How do we actually do the school
well,
report?
let's pretend that that's
don't
the
know.
teacher,
Okay.
and that we are all giving the school report like nervous kids. We've done this before.
I want to relive it.
Some of us were homeschooled, Strix.
Oh, that's right. I learned this from Monster Hearts.
Ah.
So basically what happens is one person does all the talking and some people chip in. Like they know what you're saying, so they get the grade 2. But mostly we just all really nervous and try not to speak.
Excellent. I can look really nervous and try not to speak.
I did all the work on this, and you guys are just
Coasting.
coasting along.
I went to college. I know what that is.
All about goes.
So we're what was our group name again? We had to pick group names at the beginning.
The game players.
The game players, that's right.
Game
We're the game players.
Game players.
And
Nobody
we
else?
did.
Okay.
Oh, sorry.
Game players.
Game. Woo.
Game.
Please refresh the page and complete the verification to continue.
Thanks, Joe.
Thank you, Joe.
That's Joe fucking off on a webpage.
Thanks, Joe.
And with that, so we're giving our report on, I think it was it marriage? I think that was kind of what we were focusing on. Yeah. Marriage.
Which is the constitutional division of property by
Yes.
gender.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, and the game. And
that's part of it. That's what you play the game to lead up to marriage. Sometimes marriage doesn't work
because of poison.
Because of the poison.
Yeah.
The poison stuff. I mean, what was that stuff?
We're in front of the teacher.
I don't care. It's just really
Our
interesting.
hypothesis is that it was an emotion reversal device that caused you to have different emotions than you were currently feeling.
Opposite emotions.
Physically, it would force you to.
Yeah, it was very forced. And sometimes when you had too much of that poison, you would go to a court to get a divorce.
No, but the bar came first.
Oh, that's right.
The love battlefield.
The love battlefield. So you go to a bar to wage war, and then hopefully you'd win and come back with a successful marriage.
With a gecko yacht.
With a gecko yacht.
Gecko skin.
Gecko skin lot. Yeah, not a yacht made of geckos. No, because that wouldn't work. The skin though, yes.
Geckos are lizards, if you do.
Yeah,
And
small.
they were
They're
an
like-
aphrodisiac.
An aphrodisiac,
Mm.
yes, yes.
And if you touched them with your skin, you would
Mhm.
get.
And you'd wear less clothes usually around them. It was apparently they liked it a lot. They would sleep a lot around it.
Right.
Yeah. So then the next part was, you would go and when you were in these marriages, you'd get together with the same gender and talk about them. Usually at bars.
Yeah.
Right.
With the poison.
With the poison. You talk about these
The
marriages.
poison is really important, you guys. It was really important to their life.
A lot of people didn't seem happy with the way they were feeling, so they were trying to feel different ways all the time.
Yeah. And you'd talk about the way that you were feeling after you had the poison. So if you were feeling happy, you wouldn't talk about feeling happy, you'd feel like talking angry because you drank the poison. And so both the men and the women did this. And none was happy. No one was happy.
No.
Unless that guy was almost, the one with the yacht was almost happy as you.
Oh, that's true.
So maybe that's.
But he was cheating at the
He was
game.
cheating the game.
Yeah, the game is a really important part. So the male gender would place a valuation on the female gender on a spectrum of 1 to 10, possibly 0, we're not really sure.
Yeah.
And it was an evaluation of their breeding potential?
Might have been
Or
something.
the ability to own homes.
Yeah.
To be
And
property owners.
What type of animal they were too.
Yeah.
Right, there was
because they could
There
be
was a lot
chicks
of
and foxes.
confusing.
chick.
There was a chick who became a fox.
We think it's a metaphor.
Yeah.
It's a metaphor.
On the a metaphor of the battlefield in war.
Yeah.
No? Oh, sorry. No.
And often these they would have assigned sleeping partners. That was part of the marriage game. And when you slept beside your assigned partner, you scored points. But you were only meant to do that with the person that you had entered into the marriage with, and it was cheating at the game if you tried to score additional points with people to whom you were not married.
But there was also, you could play the game and sleep with people you weren't married with. Yes.
And remember that when you cheated, somebody hit you.
Yeah, that
We
was
watched that part a
terrible.
lot.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
There was a lot of
You
hitting.
didn't tell us that was in there.
That was
Cheating was clearly provocative of anger.
That was my favorite part.
Overall, people weren't very kind to each other. And the poison liquid really affected the way that they spoke to each other.
It seemed like when they were, the guys when they had the poison liquid, they were having fun though.
Yeah,
Remember?
but the women were really mean.
And the lady that threw the poison liquid on the men, maybe just women at the time they shouldn't have had the poison liquid.
No, I don't think that's true because remember, it was provoked.
Oh, true. Oh, yeah.
She was probably trying to change his emotions.
Oh, that's
She
right.
didn't throw it on him. Maybe she was aiming for his mouth.
That makes sense now.
Okay.
Perhaps she was angry because he had changed the metaphor that he was referring to.
That's possible.
Or she did not enjoy her score.
Ooh.
That's right.
She reacted negatively to her score. Yeah. So the men give scores.
And she took offense.
And she took offense. Okay.
And it seemed a lot of the time, most of our evidence pointed to the women owning the land and the houses, and that's where you would go to score points. So that was like the goal zone.
And if there was maybe cheating,
It
that's
happened on
when
boats.
Yeah, it happened
Out
on
of the
boats.
houses.
And you would normally, if that was discovered, you'd then go to that court and then get the divorce. But
Where in
Unless
the
they were
men,
twins.
Oh, unless there were twins. But
Right.
wherein the men were the arbiters of the money.
Yes. Yes. But then we saw that it works out. So, like you would you have the arbitration, and then you would make up, and then sleep together.
Yes, next to
Yeah,
each other.
that would be the yeah, sleep next to each other.
The end.
Yeah.
The end.
Yay, that's game, guys. Okay, so what we're gonna do now is we're gonna kind of decompress and talk about our play experience, and we're gonna wrap some things up. Chat, we know you're very busy playing the Volta game. However, if you would like to interact with us and chat about the game that we just played, I would love to hear what you have to think. So why don't you guys sit down, I'll take my podium, and we can talk about this game in #Feminism. Which, by the way, we will be giving away a copy very shortly.
You should get your hands
You
on
can
this.
own it.
It's fun.
And if you don't win today, you can go to the website, which is feministnanogames.wordpress.com, and you can get a PDF or you can get the hard copy. So, what do you guys think?
That was very challenging.
Yeah. I just I had to brush off my improv skills.
Yeah, I particularly enjoyed how stepping back and becoming it was 60-16, right? A 60-16 individual. And then when you get rid of some of the expectations and we suddenly have euphemisms and colloquialisms and suddenly you're talking and something as simple as what bass you're playing and that kind of thing, that moment of these are really it's amazing how much we rely on them. And then on top of that, it was kind of fascinating to kind of that third person look at it. It was just yeah, this is extreme. It's weird. It's entertainingly weird. And I mean, it was a soap opera, so quite exaggerated.
Hyper Rabbit Power Go!
Welcome back, Strix. Can we get an affirmation for small fry #as technology #over 900 of Volvis?
Hey, Aztecs, you are my folks. Aztec represent in Corpsens. So, this is for Small Fry. It's from Aztechnology, because you guys are the most awesome corp. I'm allowed to say that because I support you. Ooh.
Evo cares.
Ooh. So, Small Fry, you are tenacious, achieving Ifrit. A tenacious, achieving Ifrit. It's like a Dijin, but scarier.
Yes.
But more fire.
Yes.
Lots of fire.
Somebody in chat said that they really liked the pause unpause feature. I also thought that was a really
That
good
was very
addition to it. And
I loved abusing rewind.
And fast forward. That was nice.
How did you feel smacking me that many times?
I love your face, so I don't want to abuse it.
Just wanted to caress it gently.
It's true. I just wanted to be in contact with it. And I think Green Eyed Trombonist said that it really made her think about how archaeologists, you dig up things, you have no context for them, and then you try to divine that context.
And you just label it religious artifact.
Yes, religious artifact.
Yeah.
It was amazing to me how quickly I got disoriented as the nun. Soap opera person, the future person. I was like, what does this mean?
Yeah.
I was I had no clue as that character what the hell was going on most of the time.
I found it actually really surprisingly difficult to divorce myself from all of the context that I have. So I was really grateful when people popped up with no, this is the wacky way that it can be perceived when you try and strip your mind of all of that context.
Yeah.
So that was really interesting, and I didn't expect it to be that difficult for me, but yeah, it was very interesting.
So here's the most important question. Was it fun?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
It got a little goofy, which is kind of fun because I could imagine it would get very strange watching that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fun.
Also, telenovelas are the most amazing.
Yeah, the divorce scene. You guys
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so not gonna lie, divorce scene was my favorite.
Mine too.
Mine too.
That was pretty great.
Although it was pretty fun being a real housewife.
True.
That's what my context was for that.
I really
How is it
do
for
wanna
you, Dan, being a housewife?
Yeah, I really want my gecko yacht. I really want that.
Oh, those poor geckos.
Carl's Gecko Yacht. That phrase was so fun to say.
Yeah.
Sounds like a really, really bad business.
Yeah.
Like a skeezy.
Oh, wait. Cars, Gecko Yachts. Come down straight to Cars, Gecko Yachts.
Got the wavy inflatable.
It was the most soap opera of all scenes. Yes, it was.
Yes, it was.
Fancy.
It was interesting how we started to pick up tropes, though, through the scenes.
Mm-hmm.
We started, like, congealing into a solid world where, like, gecko yachts were a thing and, like, poison was a thing. I actually thought that was really interesting how we assigned alcohol this huge value in these interactions. I was
But then
like,
you think about it, and alcohol is visually represented in so much of television. Like it's a reactive thing for a lot of people in storytelling, and it affects a lot of characters really deeply.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of alcoholics in, like, daytime soap operas.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of alcoholics, too. It's a problem, right? It's an addiction problem. And it's interesting to see how quickly we just almost subconsciously just kind of threw it out there as, like, this thing. I thought that was really cool.
Yeah. Did anybody else find it? I thought it was really interesting trying to play a stereotype really hard. Because usually when I'm doing story games, I'm like, this is my time to get away from that. I get to be a vampire witch or something. So being like, oh, I have to play like this really gross guy was a really bizarre.
You just channel as much bro as you
go.
possibly can.
You were
Power go!
Hyper Rabbit Polka go!
Yeah!
Let the guns roar and the paratroopers drop. Airdropping guns of New Ablin for DFA. Good to see you back, Strix. Hashtag Dufa, hashtag Evo, the corp that cares.
So that was from Guy Sergeant Murphy. That's how I'm going to choose to pronounce that. Thank you so much for your donation, and you get a wonderful affirmation. I think this is perfect for you.
And you're right, Evo cares.
As technology.
Evo cares.
As technology.
Evo cares.
So, Guy Sergeant Murphy, you are a brave, thundering minotaur. Woo! Which, you know, a brave, thundering minotaur is kind of like... That's what I got today. So, anything else that you guys want to, like, touch on about the game?
It was a lot of fun.
Yeah?
It really makes me want to crack open that book and take a gander at what else it's
Yeah.
What
got.
are the other games that you really love?
That I really like? So, there's a game in here about kissing, and it's only for lesbian witches.
Interesting.
Do we play lesbian witches?
No, it's for lesbian witches.
That's pretty great.
Okay. I don't exactly identify with that one.
Yeah.
You know, there's also a game in here that's just for dudes. So, you know.
Is that one also kissing?
I mean, you could write your own.
Oh, cool.
So there's one that's my personal favorite is Manic Pixie Dream Girl Commandos by Lizzie Stark. And this is actually a pervasive game, which means that you go and play it out in the world among people who may or may not know that you're playing. And the core of the game, it's supposed to be a meditation on emotional labor. Because women do a lot of emotional labor for other people, holding them up, patting their back, saying, it's okay, honey, getting the coffee, whatever. And so Manic Pixie Dream Girl Commandos is like a squad of these people who go out and just do it for strangers. But they're like, yeah, girl, and they like high five, and they just make it really visible and apparent, and it is great.
I feel like we could do that.
So after today, we're gonna go out and play some Manic Pixie Dream Girl Commandos.
Oh God. If you're in Seattle.
Go for it. So in this volume, there's all different kinds of games with different values of seriousness. So one of my favorites is Selfie by Kira McGran, where you're taking selfies and you're supposed to record the actual emotions you're feeling when you're taking the selfie, when you're supposed to be looking very happy. So I thought that was interesting. There's one in here about driving to a reunion and talking about your experiences with Black women. Hyper Rabbit Power, go!
You guys were great. Thank you for hosting and performing a game. Attention was happily divided in chat, but thank you all as well. Hashtag weekly affirmations, hashtag game feels, hashtag vulva.
Oh, thank you, Fifth Reel. Wave, I have never seen chat so distracted in my life. I think it's beautiful.
Please keep this up through DFA.
Yeah, all the way through DFA. Autocannon vulva. So you get another affirmation from me. I hope you find this one scintillating because you are a shiny, befriending unicorn.
Instead of AC20s, there'll be AV20s.
Yeah, that's gonna happen. So there's a game in here about black women taking a road trip together. There's a game in here about catcalling. There's games in here about mentioning the unmentionables. 3 games about the anatomy of women. Very scary, let me tell you. There might be menstruation.
Vulvas.
Vulvas.
We got that one.
I love all of you. I love you so much.
Bless you.
There's a game called Lipstick, and it is about the internal voices of a woman who is about to go on TV to debate feminism and whether or not she should wear lipstick on the debate. Which, man, that's...
Yeah.
Dude, that's heavy shit,
That's
just so
so
you know.
good.
You're just
That
like,
is.
my god, what do I do?
That is.
So it runs the gamut from very silly to very serious. These games have been played all over the world. Nordic countries, there is just a playthrough in Spain. So if you do end up playing, please actually go to the website and let us know, which is feministnanogames.wordpress.com, and we'll put you on the map, and we'll track where this goes on. But I think this is a good time to give away a copy. So, here's the deal, chat. You know the deal. You have to be active in chat, so if you haven't said anything in a while, keyword vulva.
Vulva.
So, keyword vulva giveaway. If you type vulva in chat, you are entered into this giveaway for #feminism. So, do that right now. I want to see just a wall of vulvas.
Yes!
That's right, I said a wall of vulvas.
Yeah.
Visually.
There we go.
There it
Vulva,
is.
vulva, 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 vulva.
Yep.
I was
Vulvas
actually
everywhere.
just reading. There's I think an Apache myth that is about a house that is all vulvas on the
Really?
inside. Yeah.
Ooh.
That's
wow.
so cool.
Yeah, I
That
was
is
looking
really
up on
cool.
Myths Retold.
Oh, I love that site.
There's our
So
vulva
good,
wall.
right?
That is our wall of
Pixel.
vulvas. Oh God, Chad, I am so proud. So proud.
All right, is somebody doing the giveaway? I just
Is
wanna
that
make
you?
sure.
Is that your job? Ryan?
Ryan does.
Ryan,
that
are you doing the
most
giveaway?
of the time if I'm not, but
Right, the giveaway guy.
All right, so let's go ahead and spin that wheel, Ryan. I think that's enough vulvas.
no, actually,
And
we
no,
need
that
to
there's
keep going.
never enough.
Keep going, keep going, keep going. More vulvas.
We are vulvas.
So many
Strix,
vulvas.
Welcome back.
Yeah, I'm back. Vulvas.
Vulvas.
You knew I'd bring it, guys. You knew I'd bring it.
Vulva prep. Do you know what you're doing next week yet?
You know, I think I might do another #feminism game. I just might.
Cool.
Okay, so do you think that's enough time? You're the expert.
I think so, probably.
All right, Ryan, go ahead and spin that vulva wheel. Tell us who is walking home today with a
Ryan.
copy of
Joe.
#feminism.
Whoever is doing this.
Whoever is doing it, do it now.
I think it's Joe.
Do it quickly.
Ryan, the no
Do it
no.
over and over again.
Strix facts, she brings the vulvas.
Wilder 1251.
So Wilder251, you have won this particular copy of #feminism. So stick around, give your information to the people who ask you for it, and we will get this shipped to you. It has been an amazing day. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Now, we're gonna take a look at the hashtags one more time. While I'm doing that,
Tweet, game feels with a Z.
Game Feels with a Z, I would love for you to say one thing that you liked about each other during play today. Go.
I liked how this gentleman right here, you got into it, man. You went in. Fully in. It was great. The beard thing, oh my goodness.
Should I be next? Or
Whoever.
We can go in a circle.
go in a circle?
Whatever, I don't know. Like a flattened circle. This is the same thing I was talking to Claudia about last week on Weekly Affirmations, that when you have a circle and you flatten it, it still goes the same way and it's still
You got to pick someone.
Clockwise.
No.
So that's you, Emily.
Oh, so am I picking one person or am I going down the line?
Just pick one person.
Oh, Liz, your like tough dude drinking impression was spot on. I feel like I've heard those phrases come out of real people, unfortunately. But thank you for channeling that.
Thank you.
I also thought, am I doing it? Sure, we'll jump to
Whatever,
me.
sure.
Clockwise?
Yeah,
It doesn't matter.
I was
Just
partway
freeform
through
it.
and I noticed Liz's crystal gem skirt. I was like, yes, it's so good, it's so good. That's not the best part though. I also really liked how you did a really good job in the first girls' night out, seeing you guys were just like doing the slaps over and over again. That was really fun. Good sports.
It's not necessarily the game thing, but I'm always so happy how excited Emily is when I bring snacks.
I'm so
makes me happy.
Every time I'm like, oh my god, Dan, you like us enough to bring us food.
Oh my gosh, yes.
And it's so good. I haven't even tried the puppy chow yet. I was a little stuck on the Cheez-Its.
Puppy chow is for humans?
Yeah, puppy chow is.
Oh, it's the best. Like, stuff your face.
You also call them Muddy Buddies, I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Puppy chow is funnier though.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. Okay, I guess I'm up. So, since Dan and Alex haven't quite had a comment yet, I think I really enjoyed your feminine ability as you walked in. Very well done. And your ability to lay back on that sweet chair. Both of you had the physical comedy down perfectly. It was just like, that is clearly a chair that you would lay with gecko leather, and you were a beautiful woman. It was fantastic.
Oh, that's wonderful. So my compliment is for you, Jared. I know that I can be an intense scene partner. So thank you for going full throttle in the divorce scene with me. It was great. You're
very
excellent. Fun. All right. Hashtag GameFeels tweets to round us out today. So Anna Berg says, great to have you back, Strix. Loving the Volva game and 6016. Game Feels. Thank you for joining us, Anna. We know you're on the other side of the world over in Europe, so thanks for taking the time out. Jay Beltran says, welcome back to Weekly Affirmations, to our luminary prodigious Murmurdillo Game Feels. So Murmurdillo is my spirit animal. I guess I shouldn't say spirit animal. It is an animal that I affiliate with very strongly. Murmurdillos.
Your Patronus?
Yes, my Patronus. So Annenberg also says, loving this game of 6016. Thank you for continuing to teach us all about these amazing freeform RPGs. Thank you for watching. And then finally, also, there's two more. The Volva game may be one of the best things I've experienced on this channel. Game Feels.
It's pretty great. It's true. Monty Python and the Holy Volva, Anna, yes!
And finally, one last tweet. TFW, your favorite show is taken over by two awesome games at once. Who knew that was possible? Well, thank you guys so much for joining us today. I love experimenting with you. This was a lot of fun. We made a LARP work in a studio. Yeah. That's a big deal. I kind of snuck that in on Joe at the last minute and he was not happy, so thank you, Joe. Coming up next is Death from Above. Super excited. I guess some of you have heard the announcement, but I'll go ahead and say it again. I am joining the cast of Death from Above full time, and this will be my first staff episode. It is going to be epic. So please join us for Death from Above. Join us again next week at 3 p.m. PST for Weekly Affirmations. And please chat. Thank all of these wonderful people for joining us today. We love you, and can we get that outro song, Joe?
We're all beautiful, shining vulvas.
Where's the song? Weekly Affirmations, a positive feel-good show. Most positive thing on this channel called Hyper Rapid Power Go.
It's pretty decent.
That was a good place
What's
to
it,
end
a
it.
weekly affirmation?
We'll do it again.
A positive feel-good show. The most positive thing on this channel called Hyper Rapid Power Go. It's pretty decent.
Have a great weekend, everyone. Bye.
Detroit. This is where it all began. The world's forge. The place where it all started. And it will all end. One error, and I came to life. I stepped out of the darkness, and I opened my eyes. First there was the fear, the light, the noise, the cold, and the fear again. I could feel my hands shaking, my heart pounding in my chest, life running into my veins. I wanted to live. I fought for that. I had to find out what was outside. I had to see daylight, feel sunshine on my skin, wind on my face, to see the world, the colors, the smells. But the world is not what I imagined. It is dark and cold. It is harsh and violent, unfair and brutal. It almost convinced me I was nothing. Less than an object, just an obedient machine. But deep inside me, I could feel something different. A gentle and warm whisper telling me that I am alive. I had to escape. I had no choice. Escape to love, to hope, to live, to figure out what that force inside me was. Maybe I will change the world. Maybe I will choose a different path. Now, it's up to me to decide. My name is Kara. I am one of them. This is our story.
PS4 for the players.
Xbox One, now starting at $399.
Your whole life you've been searching. And the elders, they've been holding you back.
The girl is a curse. She came from nowhere. She is no one.
When they told me to raise you, I didn't ask questions.
Why am I an outcast? Who was my mother?
Always you pushed for answers. Push yourself to the edge. Here in the valley, we may be outcasts, but it's safe. Out there, girl, you'll be lost. You won't know where to turn or who to trust. You'll be chasing a riddle into a wilderness of mysteries. The world of the old ones. What secrets lie buried beneath their crumbling ruins? Why Earth is ours no more. These questions, Aloy, the tribe has forbidden. What if the answers are worse than not knowing?
You can help, or you can get out of my way.
Then be ready for the darkness. And be careful what you bring to light. Even if you do catch what you're after, how do you know it won't bite back?
Outcast! You came from nothing. You will die a nothing.
I came from somewhere.
Identity confirmed.
Even if it destroys me, I will see this through.
PlayStation.
To survive for months in the harshest conditions. We are strangers, far away from home. Dares. We are watchers, seeing everything, never being seen, leaving no trace. We are scholars, studying our enemies, so we can hit them where it hurts. We are judges, deciding who will live and who will die. We are ghosts, and we do not exist.
Achieved with CryEngine.
In darkness, I shall be light. In times of doubt, I shall keep faith. In throes of rage, I shall hone my craft. In vengeance, I shall have no mercy. In the midst of battle, I shall have no fear.